Peace, love, and blessings. This is the Sacred Empress Alitash, the Melanated Mayan Mystic, and welcome to the Blue Magnetic Night. This is the third wave spell of the ripen harvest cycle. So this is going to teach us how to harvest and transform during a harvest with the Blue Night. And more. Thank you so much for being here today and listening to the Blue Magnetic Night Wave Spell. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay. And so today is about the Blue Magnetic Night. And this is so important for many reasons. One being that we're always trying to have a harvest. We're always trying to manifest. And there is definitely no way possible that you can manifest without the blue night. The blue night is important because it's the night, it is our shadows. When we close our eyes, when we go to sleep, the things that come up in the night is really important to us. You can have fears, your biggest goals, just the night is really important. Sorry, making sure my do not disturb is on. So yeah, the blue magnetic night. We cannot have a day, a dawning without going into the night. And the night is pretty important as we're dealing with the aspects of dream, intuition, and abundance. Now we talk about the dream because everybody has a dream. The thing is that we are taught to get a job and pay bills and exist and pay no attention to your dreams. But everybody, each and every one of us has a dream, and we need to tap into that dream. Intuition. Intuition is also important because it is our inner GPS system. It is that inner voice that when we're about to take a step and maybe into danger, it gives us an alert or it gives us a feeling, go this way, do that. And it may not even be as serious as you may get into an accident, but you may have a person of destiny that you need to meet. So you have to go where that person is. Or you might be a person of destiny for another person. So you have to be a certain place. So you meet. Your intuition tells you that. The important thing to note is that our intuition is like a muscle. So if you're like, oh, my intuition don't be working like that, it's like a muscle. You definitely have to work it. And it also has like feelings, its own set of feelings. So if your intuition tells you something and you don't listen to it, then it will get quiet. It will not give you the warnings or the pay attention signs unless it's something really important. But if you trust your intuition, if you go into your intuition and you follow what's being said to you, your intuition will be like, Alitash listens to me. And oh my God, all the things I can tell her to help her in her day-to-day life, I'm going to do. And that's what our intuition is. So we definitely want to tap into our intuition. And then abundance. Abundance is very important as well for a few reasons. Abundance is defined as a lot of something. So we always talk about a manifestation, and we want an abundance of money, we want an abundance of opportunities. But we also need to understand that what we need to do is look into ourselves and see what is abundant already. For some people, it's an abundance of problems. So some people, it's an abundance of worry. Some people, it's an abundance of fear. You have to be aware of what is already abundant in your life, because we are continuously manifesting, but we are not aware of the manifestations that um, are going on. And we don't know that we have active participation in what abundance is. And the reason why this is important during this Wavespell, or this 13-day period that starts today, is that the power of our abundance in this 13-day period is doubled. So what we have a lot of, and what we could have a lot of abundance of, is really important to note that this is the time to focus on that abundance. And whether in the night you're seeing what you're abundant in that you need to let go of, or what you need to hold on to, it's okay, because we are in the energy of the full moon that just happened. So in the full moon, we're in a period of release, letting go of things that we no longer want. Um, the moon is currently in Pisces. This gives us a good idea of what our imagination and getting inspired. So we really can get into the blue night and really focus on what is there to let go of, but what is we want to put there to grow. So the next thing that's important in a blue magnetic night is that it has the magnetic tone of purpose. In the Mayan calendar, the tone, we have 13 of them. Those are basically creative energies that we connect to and work in. These are our heaven, so to speak. So this tone is a purpose. And so we always think, what is my purpose? What am I here for? The cool thing about the calendar is that we are magnetic beings. And what we're going to be focused on for this Wavespell, this 13-day period, our purpose is going to be shown to us today. So whatever pops up that is really important, whether it's people, whether it's a thing, anything that comes up that really grabs you, take hold of it, because that's going to be one of the means and through which you learn about the blue magnetic night. So your dream, your intuition, and your abundance. And interestingly enough, it's what's going on the inside that is going to be dictating this blue magnetic night. The time cell or energy that we're under is the energy of input. The blue night gives us input. So we're going to get information of things outside of us that are then going to inform us of where we need to transform. Now, it's going to be really good to go into the night today, especially on days when the moon is void, of course, because that allows us to focus on things that need to be completed, things that need attention that are internal. Void, of course, normally with that energy, we talk about don't start anything new. You don't want to do anything new at all, because the moon, when she's void, she's just ended interacting with a planet or a sign. And when the moon stops being void, she's going to start interacting with another sign. So this is the quiet time. This is the time where you reflect. And this is the time where you make any changes before you move into a different energy. So we start off today with this focus being on Pisces, our hidden strengths, where we can sabotage ourselves. Our spiritualness comes out. So inspiration, imagination, things of that nature comes out when we're in that Pisces energy. Um, then we're going to be moving, and the void, of course, by the way, is it starts at 9:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and it ends 11:19 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the beginning of the day, we're in Pisces. But by any means, we don't want to do anything new, which is good because when we go into the night, we're going to go into, excuse me, what we've already lived, what we've already experienced, and it's having an influence on us now. But we want to go into the night in order to grasp our dream that we have not given enough light to, because our dream is our baby. The dream is a creation that we've had inside of us. Some of our dreams we let out, others are just being dormant inside of us, waiting to get some more input, some more information, some more attention from you. So allow it to happen. So this magnetic tone of purpose will show what is one, what is complete and available and ready to be utilized and worked on in your life. When I think of the magnetic tone, the magnetic day, I always think of like a river or a lake or an ocean of water where the moon is kind of full in the back, and then little boats will suddenly kind of appear on in your peripheral, like you're like a lighthouse, and as you shine your light, you're going to see certain things out there on the water, and what you see are keys to your purpose. So whatever things pop up, take note of it, write it down. That's going to be what you're going to. You're going to add some Pisces, some imagination, some inspiration, some deep depth, some weeding. But again, good time to do this as we're in the waning gibbous. We're in the release period after the full moon. The moon is going to go into Aries. So then it's going to be about identity, our energy, our passion, where we're aggressive, and we can use those things for positive when it comes to our dreams and our intuition and our abundance, going aggressively toward those, being aggressive and letting go of the things that we don't need. Identifying who we are and what we really are here for. These are great energies for the moon to be highlighting as we are moving in this blue magnetic night Wavespell. Now, the moon is going to be different places because the blue magnetic Wavespell is going to be 13 days. And we're going to have different aspects of that, which change by the day because we have a different sign and a different tone for each day. And it's going to let us know how to maneuver each day. So if you're interested specifically about the dream, the blue magnetic night Wavespell, and really creating through that, let me know. We will go through the Wavespell day by day and get teaching on how to maneuver through this time. But yeah, the magnetic tone of purpose is really important for two reasons. One is because this is the magnetic tone of the blue magnetic night. Second of all, it's important because us being in the new year of the of the white overtone wizard, we have 13 months in the calendar, and the first month, all the months are based on the tones of creation. So every month we have an energy in which to focus on and create and learn about life. These are the teaching and learning mechanisms are the tones. And so we are in the magnetic moon of purpose. So what that means and what makes that different from the blue magnetic night Wavespell, which is 13 days, is that a month and the calendar is 28 days. So for 28 days, we are going to have the opportunity to initiate, to refine, to make pure, to transform, and to harvest within our purpose. and then live that purpose for the next 13 months or beyond. So not only is it important that the things that we pick up today is very important because it begins a wave spell of the blue night, but we are also in the magnetic moon of purpose. So from July 26th until August 22nd, you definitely want to focus on the things that show up in your life, people that show up, and what those things mean, because that's going to be your purpose for the year. Another important thing is there's two chakras, even though you only see one here, two chakras that are related to the blue magnetic night. So we have one chakra that's related by the day of the week, and that's the solar plexus. So the blue magnetic night is also going to help you with your self-awareness, your solar plexus, self-awareness, your inner sun, what you radiate, what's going on in there. If you have issues with control, with will, those things are ripe to be healed. So the thing also that I want you to know, that anything that shows up, do not be afraid. Do not worry that those things are showing up. It's not to create more chaos in your life. They're actually being put in front of you to be healed. So if you can take the emotions away, and have that discernment, you can look at them and use them to heal, and not to be afraid that it's signs to take you into a spiral. Now there's a solar plexus with that. Also, what's important is the third eye. So the third eye is also present, and it's going to be really important that we look at things through the blue night with our spiritual eye. It's more going on to what we see than what's on the surface. So if you see something going on and it's good, or if you see something going on and it's not good, you want to look at it with discernment and see what is there for you to learn. And so the third eye is going to help us to see with our spiritual eye what is going on. Take a deep breath. Okay. And so we have some additional information. The blue night is ruled by Saturn. So when we hear Saturn, people immediately feel some kind of way, because Saturn is the taskmaster. Saturn helps us put things in order. Saturn helps us to get structure, limits, shows us where we have obstacles. It's the masculine energy. And we need that, because a lot of times we have our dreams and we don't work on our dreams because they don't have any structure. We don't know how it's going to really work out. And so Saturn being there is going to give us structure. It's going to let you know that there's something that you have to learn, and those lessons are already determined and set up for you, and you will be able to get through them. So it also lets you know, don't feel any kind of way if you're working on something and you don't immediately see the fruits of it. There is a lot going on beneath the surface, and you need to let time take its course. So in this year, with the White Overtone Wizard, one of the important things we discuss or learn about is timelessness. And timelessness is like, say you have that 9 to 5. When you're at that 9 to 5, you're in a time constraint. You're in a artificial set up time frame for you to do what this reality requires of you. Timelessness is like on the weekends or those days off where you have things that you need to do, but then you just do things as it comes to you. Timelessness is that plant growing where we can definitely say from day 4 to day 7, these things are going to happen, but there is a duration. Certain requirements have to be met in order to move from one phase to another. That is timelessness. So when we live in timelessness, we're able to affect ourselves and our creativity in a way that we don't do when we're in time constraints. So that idea of timelessness and time is going to definitely come up during this wave spell of the blue magnetic night. And we can actually use that because we need to always consider different aspects. So even though we're dealing with the blue night, there's certain things that we always want to focus on. We want to focus on the energy that the year provides. We're in a white overtone wizard. So we're really going to be refining this whole year. It's about making adjustments. It's about organizing. It's about taking out what doesn't need attention and focusing on what does. This wave spell is, not wave spell, but this year is about radiance. It's about using the overtone tone of radiance to create for the whole year. So our creative playground is empowerment, it's command, it's radiance. So how can you command yourself in this situation? How can you empower your dreams? How can you command your dreams? How can you radiate the essence of who you are through your dream? And then there's the aspect of the white wizard teaches us about enchant, receptivity, and timelessness, which I kind of talked about. So we want to enchant ourselves. What things fill us with delight? What things can we enchant other people with? How can we fill other people with delight? Receptivity. How can we allow? We need to be in a state of allowance. How can we allow our dreams to come true? How can we allow our intuition to become strong and thick and responsive? And how can we be receptive to abundance, which we have a big amount that we can take command of this wave spell? And then we're guided by the spirit. By spirit. So being in touch with spirit, however you live your life spiritually, be guided by that. Let that guide you. As you can see, the white wizard's eyes is closed. So it's all about being guided. It's all about the end chant. What do you say to yourself? What are you going to allow to come to you? What do you want to stay forever? And just know, because Scorpio, the moon was in Scorpio when it started, we're going to be able to get to the really important things that we need to enchant, the important things we need to allow, the important things that need to be forever, but applying that to the blue night as well, going really deep into our dreams, going really deep into tapping into our intuition and strongly attaching to abundance, but in a healthy way. Understanding that we're always abundant. That's why we have a lot of something going on at any time. So understanding what's happening in abundance and understanding what you want to go in abundance, you're going to have to clear up some space in order for that to happen. And then we tap into the wave spell energy. So we're leaving the white dog. But for the people who are on the path to the lion gate, we still definitely are tapped into that white dog energy. What do you love? What are you loyal to? Where do you come from the heart? So that's one of the wave spells during that particular time. The second one is the blue night. So our dream, our ability to transform, to literally change our form, a thorough or dramatic change in form of appearance will happen in our lives when we focus on the dream, intuition, and abundance of the blue night wave spell. And then you focus on the day itself, which I went into in abundance. But just knowing again that we're going to um, be in a time spell of input. So we're going to be looking at our environment and we're going to be taking in information from there. It's going to be speaking to us and it's going to inform us of things. So if we need to change our dream, our intuition, or abundance, we're able to do so. Okay. And lastly, I want to talk about the family of the Blue Knight, because every sign has 4 signs that accompanies it, and it gives us value and insight as to how we should move within this blue magnetic night, the day, and the Wavespell. So it's going to be important that we ask questions. Ask questions of ourselves, ask questions of our dreams, what's going on. We need to be really quizzical in what our dreams look like, how they can operate, how they make us feel, what our abundance feels like, what it looks like. Write it down, draw it, pictures. You don't have to be a great artist. Utilize stick figures if you need to, but draw a picture illustrating what your dreams look like, what your abundance looks like, how a person, how you being full of your dream, moved by your intuition, and making abundance, being abundant. What does that look like? How does that feel? Question it to find it. Be fearless in attaining your dream and in your abundance, and tap into your intuition. It's really important that we move as a warrior going toward our purpose, and just having that vibration of questioning, moving without fear, and tapping into natural intelligence. So whatever questions we ask, we need to know that within that blue night wave spell, we're going to get the answer. We're going to tap into that intelligence. A. B. One of the most important things in helping us get through the blue magnetic night, especially if we don't like the input that we are getting, is to tap into the white mirror. The white mirror is a reflect, it's order, and it's endlessness. So it's going to be a hidden helper to us, and that is going to let us know that what is our perspective like? Are we just punishing ourselves? Are we taking a stance of a victim? Are we taking a stance of a victimizer? Or are we taking a perspective as a witness? Because by putting ourselves at any of those points will allow us to see things in a different way. And sometimes all we need is that spark of seeing something different in our reflection to change. So we're going to really be able to adjust and make changes based on that ability to just see things for what they are, and understand that it's a reflection and that we can change it from within. Now, what is going to challenge us is that the blue night is going to automatically have us exploring. We're going to be going into our darkness. We're going to be attracted to certain things. And we have to explore that space with wakefulness. So the challenge in that could be that we seeing a whole lot of stuff that we don't like. And it might make us move into fight or flight. But if we use that reflection and understand that it's what we see, but it's a reflection, and understanding that we can change it, will go a long way. We can ask questions. Why does it look this way? Why does it feel this way? Is there a way for it to be different? Like, ask the questions that really need to be asked when you're exploring your space, when you're exploring your blue night, because the day is coming. But this is a awesome time to take advantage of exploring what's going on around us. And then we're just going to really be guided by the blue night itself. by just being aware of our dreams, being aware if we don't have any. And because everybody has a dream, so if you feel like you don't have one, you are blocking, you are resisting, and we need to come to why that is to get that thing flowing. So that is the blue magnetic night. I'm the Sacred Empress Alitash, the melanated Mayan mystic. And if you want to contribute to some of the things that I do, I will have a page with my Cash App information. Please feel free to give a donation. If not, enjoy the information and expand and grow, because this is why I'm here. This is the platform that I use in order to build us up. This is my dedication. This is my gift that I share to you all. So again, I'm the Sacred Empress Alitash, the melanated Mayan mystic. Get your change on with the blue magnetic night. Let it transform you and your life. Peace, love, and blessings.